go. I think we got this recorded now. 2021, continuing from 2020.
The computer had some virus.
Yeah, called Dent Sports.
Yeah.
That was the virus. Welcome back, everybody. We took a little bit of a hiatus, holidays and just life, how it goes. But we decided to come back to start 2021 in a little bit of revenge body, I guess, right? Come back a little bit stronger. Kind of think we know what we're doing here compared to the first episodes. If you watch those, we're sorry. But we're going to pick up the pace here in 2021. So since our teams were abominations, as Stephen A would say, abomination.
Yeah.
That we thought we'd catch up with everybody on how great moves that we're putting in right now. Mm-hmm. I know that since our last videos, I know that officially Patricia's gone.
Yep.
So
Bob Quinn.
Yeah, Quinn's gone. And both teams pretty much had crappy seasons.
Yeah. Elway stepped up the ladder and
Elway's doing something. The Duke is slowly and surely riding out in the sunset.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he does with that. I'm sure he'll still be, having his sunflower seeds and his beers up in the luxury booth.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's dive into the Lions a little bit, since they've had bevy of moves that could be occurring here fast.
Yeah, today was the first of many moves I think that you'll see with this team. After a long search, they finally came to closure with the GM position. They've brought on Brad Holmes. He was in charge of college scouting for the Rams, been there for 18 years. And the Lions decided to bring him on as their new GM and actually vice president as well. So they've given him they're giving him double money. So
don't screw this up.
Right. Let's hope that this works. I don't know exactly how to feel about it other than I'm anxious to I'm glad that at least this portion of it's over. The next piece to drop will be the coaching position. They got to get that figured out, and then obviously from there it's about figuring out the personnel. The conversation regarding Stafford has to be had, and some other players as well, because you got like Galladay and some of these guys that are pretty good players that either are free agents, and you got to figure out what you're going to do with them. And then also, just kind of where we're going in the draft and this and that. So it's sad to me that it's taken, we're on our 64th year of horrible football here in Detroit. Nothing to show for it. Never been to a Super Bowl. So with that being said, it's hard to have a lot of optimism because we've seen this script before. And it's just, I don't know. I'm excited in one side of me is excited about it and, possibility of what could maybe take place if they do things right this time. But it's still one of the things where if the ownership ultimately is whether you're going to win or lose. Because we've had, I think, plenty of coaches and GMs or whatever that were probably decent people or decent at what they did, but it's never amounted to wins. So, hopefully, this will start taking place sooner than later. Otherwise, we'll be having the same conversations 2 years from now.
like we always do.
Yeah. So, and then we can listen to it all again, how this guy's going to change the culture and how he's going to turn this into a winning franchise and have the fans all, excited about it, that they, have a team they can be proud of. If we've heard it all before. So, it's a wait and see. However, I am excited about, the prospects of, maybe things could change. And this guy that they brought in, he's got a pretty good history of, bringing in good players. into the Rams organization. So, I mean, maybe we can get lucky with some of this stuff as well. So, with that, that's basically what's going on with the Lions. I expect to see a coach hired here within the next couple of days as well. It seems like the list is down to just a couple of people. So,
anybody on the wish list that you?
I was kind of hoping the guy from San Francisco would have came to Detroit, but he signed with the Jets, so missed out on that guy.
Yeah,
missed out on
good luck. Good luck. I mean, he's at the Jets now, so he's got a lot of work himself with that one. So
I'm thinking Adam Gase is probably a nice fit. That'd be a typical Detroit move, where where we'll end up with like the old Bengals head coach or something. Some retread.
Old Marvin.
Yeah. Marvin Lewis, and however, he'd be an upgrade from what we had.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, at least Marvin got to the playoffs.
Yeah, Marvin understood how to win some games.
Yeah.
So I think that could be a good thing possibly, but I don't think he's going to be the answer there either.
Yeah.
But it's again, like I said, I'm actually excited to some degree about what's going on. I was tired of watching all the rumor mill about who's going to be the GM. You can only read so much of that stuff.
Yeah, and it's you go blind after a while because it's like everybody in the league is a candidate.
Yeah, possible candidate.
And it's like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of good in a way, but not really, because
well, and the fact that
too much information,
and the fact that we're constantly in the search for a GM and a coach tells you all you need to know.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, to me at this point, it's all about ownership, and if they don't change their thinking, then this team's never going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter who they put in the positions.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I'm hoping, like I said, from what I've seen from this Sheila person, seems to have her mind in the right place to try to help this team win. So.
Oh, Sheila. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Give you flashbacks to that.
I mean, and I'm just hoping that there's something good going to happen coming out of this, because looking forward at all the Detroit sports, things aren't looking too good. I watched the Red Wings lose 3-0 first game of the season. Way to go out there and score, boys. Way to put some points on the board in that first game. So things aren't looking good there. The Tigers look like they might be a train wreck.
Well, the Pistons will start off.
Yeah, the Pistons have got 2 wins.
The season started.
Yeah.
I don't know if they started off well, but the season started.
Yeah, the Pistons are off to a great start. Got 2 wins for the season
to get you more motivated for all these seasons in Detroit.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, it's such a nice feeling to know everywhere you look, all you got to do is look at the bottom of the standings to find your team.
What was the famous line in on Golden Pond, right? Back in the old movie days. Where the hell's Detroit? Right?
Yeah, they disappeared. Yeah.
Look at the bottom.
Yeah. That's where you got to go and you'll find them.
Yeah. Awesome.
No matter what the sport is. So it's a nice Detroit sports is just rocking right now.
Oh, and Harbaugh signed, right? He had a little extension?
Yeah, he got a 5-year contract extension.
Oh, Ohio State's happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, hey, we got in the championship game. Oh, and Harbaugh's coming back.
Yeah, exactly.
Columbus was on fire.
Yep, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Things looking up.
Brutal.
Things are looking up.
Yeah, so we got a new GM in our news. First things, when they were first time they were called, Peyton, and everybody's like, oh, cool, Manny.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, we could have the sheriff and the Duke in there. That'd be great. But obviously, it wasn't that Peyton. Even though it looks like it's Patton, in a way, but I guess they say Peyton.
Yeah, that's how they pronounce it. Yeah.
That's on there too. But I guess he came from the Minnesota organization. I read a little stat on him that what is it? The last 10 years, they've had 13 Pro Bowl players from the drafts that they've had. So maybe that's a good sign, that he knows what the hell they're doing. But again, he was the assistant GM, so he could fetch a mean cup of coffee, most likely.
Yeah.
And look over the other guy's shoulder. So we don't know again with what's going to happen here, but he came out with a bold statement. Today he says we're going to be aggressive and be involved in every deal. So at least that's a positive sign. Of course, somebody put out a joke this week. He said, he was going to sign with Detroit, but he had to figure out where Stafford was going to go first before he signed.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, all right, cool. No, I'm just kidding. That was, that was just the, funny joke that was on there. And of course now, Watson seems to be available too. So, hey, as I say, those guys are proven and guaranteed. So if we can get either one of those, I'd be happy than, pigs and what.
Yep.
So that would be awesome. He's come in. He said it's early, but he says they're a very young team and have a lot of talent. They were just hit by the injury bug, so that's where they stand. So he says hey this could be a sleeping giant here, which again he's saying all the right things to get the locals on his side.
Yeah.
So again we'll see what he does, when he pulls out the, some guy from Nevada in the first draft, in the first round. Then we'll go, oh, okay. But we'll see. That's on there. So again, hope abounds right now. And again, like I said, I guess our first thing will be the draft. We'll see. Or unless they make a roster move. But I don't think most of the contracts and all that stuff probably don't happen till summer. As far as when they hit books and trying to figure out trades. So if it's going to be a veteran player, I would expect it after the draft. But so we'll see. I mean if he can put some Delvin Cooks and some Jeffersons on our roster to what we already have, that'd be freaking great. And if they can stay healthy is the next thing. Yeah. I saw today that Cortland Sutton is actually on the field and starting to run again. So he says, taking it step by step, 1% of the time. So, but at least he's on the field, which is nice. So, because again, he was sorely missed this season with all the other injuries. So hopefully we'll hopefully break the injury bug in that city, because it seems to be every team all the time. So I mean, just like you said with everything else. I mean, I think Nuggets have been hit it. The one of the free agents that the Avalanche signed yesterday comes in his first shift and gets a concussion. It's like, hey, this guy's supposed to be there. Oh, well, he's going to the locker room. Oh, come on, really? So, but yeah, seriously, they underperformed yesterday. So again, teams, doing the typical stuff that we're accustomed to. I really do like the Czech Republic uniforms that we got now. I don't know if it's hopefully that they don't stay with these, but it was the I know this is their 25th year in Denver, but the thing just looks like total like Olympic hockey. They have like these light blue helmets, and they changed the blue a little bit, and it's just like it just looks weird. But like I said, it looked like Czech Republic. Nice. I'm like, wow, maybe I don't have the Bennett here to give me the ratings on the unis, but I can tell you right now, it doesn't look too good. Again, I'm accustomed to the black helmet, not the this light blue thing. It just looks totally weird. But again, we're just dropping a puck. But again, as usual, they've been reading the headlines that hey, this is going to be their year. They're the favorites to win it, and then come out and just lay a flat egg. So it's just like yeah, there you go, boys. Yep, make it hard. Try to do your thing instead of coming out and setting your dominance and early. So, but we'll see. Like I said, it's not a full season, but it's 56 games, and of course we got thrown out in the West with St. Louis. So we're playing a lot of the West teams. So again, another excuse that could happen. Because again, you're getting thrown into a different conference per se. Yep. Where you knew what Minnesota had, you knew what Chicago had. I mean, we do play St. Louis,
Yeah.
And so we know one or two, but we don't have San Jose. We don't have the Kings. Often
Right.
like we're going to have in here. So, but again, the team is loaded with talent. So if they play anywhere near their potential, they're going to be tough. So we'll see though. But the first game, how they started out at home wasn't too good. I mean, started off good because they got up 1-0 on a power play, but that was it. St. Louis pretty much scored the next 4 goals unanswered. So good time. Dent Sports.
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Yeah. Misery is starting early.
yeah. I mean, like I said, that's the nice thing, with this time of year. We get hockey and we'll get basketball, and we got baseball coming up.
Yeah.
So I mean, I hear the Rockies have a nice mall that they're putting into, so there'll be the Sears at the end of it.
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
Yeah, you want to see some really ugly stuff? Yeah, go in the Sears down there. It'll be fine. So I'm just waiting for the day that they'll announce Arenado's gone. So which will be soon. And story will be short behind that as well. It'll be a total rebuild, and we'll be back to sucking again, and then that GM there is going to go, what do we need? And it's as usual. It's like, get pitching, because we have no pitching. We haven't had pitching for 25 plus years there, since '93.
Yeah.
So we've had one ace, and he was kind of, wouldn't even call him an ace, but at least he was a number one.
Right.
But we've never had a 1-2. I mean, we never ever had like even a stable one. I mean, we never had a Verlander. We never had a Clemens. We never had that horse that you can just go out there every 5 days and go, okay.
Yeah, we're in good shape today with him.
Yeah. As long as we get a couple runs, we'll be good. We never had that. So, but everybody else does, and they seem to pitch well in Colorado because we can't hit.
Right.
Apparently we're supposed to have these bats, and we get no hit and all this other stuff. So it's like, well, apparently you can pitch there.
Yeah.
You just got to have a pitcher.
You just got to be wearing the other uniform.
Yeah. Well, again, this goes back to the same thing with ownership, right? If they really wanted, I mean, again, if the Rockies are playing good, and so they'll blow everybody out of the water as far as attendance, because they can put 60-some thousand in that stadium, where most stadiums are 20 to 30, right?
Yeah.
So again, if you build it, as Field of Dreams says, they will come, and they always have. When they're winning, everybody shows up at Rockies games. It's a nice summer thing to do. But again, ownership, same thing. They like cashing the check, but they don't put the product out there. So again, if it was me, and again I was just standing on the sidelines, I'm like, well, what do we need to do for ownership? Okay, we need to go find a guy that does miracles, right? And the Cubs let go of Theo Epstein. That would have been the guy. I'm like, blank check. What do you want?
Yeah.
You won a World Series with the Red Sox, and you won a World Series with the Cubs. Mm-hmm. 2 franchises that 90 plus years hadn't won crap.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do? We need to get a winner. So Theo, come on over.
Yeah.
Here you go. Let's compete. I mean, again, I've said this again. Huge props to the guy in San Diego. I mean, that dude is just making deals and wheeling deal, and he's right up with the Dodgers.
Yep.
He's spending the money, and he's getting all the talent.
Yeah.
And he'll challenge him. So I mean, we'll be in the bottom as usual probably this year, because again it'll be the typical, we don't know, and then it'll be the perfect time, like, who wants Arenado?
Yeah.
It'll be the total, because we need to dump his salary, because again it'll be the same thing, right? Yeah. What's our margin we can get on him, and we better trade him early, because that way we get all the value we can get out of him.
Yeah.
So it's just
trade deadline.
Yeah, it's just horrible, and then that will piss off Story and anybody else. So
yeah,
it'll become a James Harden situation right now, where he's like, hey, Aaron Arenado's got all these Golden Gloves and Platinum Gloves and all the Slugger, whatever, everything, and his Story's just as good. With his stuff, with his gloves and and everything with it, another great player, and then he'll be another one that'll be just like, get me out of here.
Yeah, I'm not going to be here for the rebuild. Sorry.
Yeah, Yeah, for the umpteenth time. I've seen what happened. I've seen what happened with Tulo. I've seen it with Hilton. I've seen it with, it'll just be the list with it. So.
Oh yeah.
But as you can see here, we're having a really good kickoff to 2021 on Dent Sports. We just need a huge box of tissues and we'll be on our way. Poor us. But we'll see what happens. It's early with everything. So still optimism. Not much, but still optimism. That's on it. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, once we can get rosters filled and everybody playing again, we're still dealing with the COVID situation, so that can change any moment.
Yep.
Because I think that was with Porter Jr. Same thing. I think he's so we haven't had the full roster with the Nuggets so far.
Yep.
This year, I think we only had 1 or 2 games maybe with everybody involved. So we'll see how that goes. As the year progresses, I was going to say, I knew they played tonight, and I know they're playing the Warriors, and I didn't even check. That's how I'm throwing. I'm like, hey, how are we going to do this? Like the other night, they were up on the Nets, 15 or something with like a quarter to go and lost.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, that was without Harden or Irving, right?
Yeah.
So again, that was one of those opportunities that you should have took advantage. That should be a win, right? Because they're missing pieces.
Yeah.
Even though you're still missing pieces, but you should have still pulled that out. So we got 50 seconds. We're up by 11. We'll see how we blow that. So Steph Curry's going to, score 12 in the last minute. Shooting them from 40 feet.
Yeah.
Draining them.
Court shots.
Yeah. So it's all good. It's all good. But anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. Pound the crap out of that subscribe button so you can listen to this misery. Belly aching.
Exactly.
Yeah, but hit the like button. Send any comments our way.
If you want to know the mood of the channel, just look at the standings in the sports and you'll get it.
Yeah, exactly. It's rotten. Yeah, it was like Cleveland football, except for this year.
Yeah,
it's the usual, same old. But actually, I was going to say I think it was 1990. It's the anniversary of the championship game against the Brownies. I saw highlights of that. If you guys check this out, check it out a little bit, they showed one play that Elway had. I'm still amazed. I'm like, guys today can't even do that. He was like rolling out to the left or to the right, and he was on the roll, and all of a sudden it was like a flick, and I mean this thing was 50 yards. I mean it looked like he didn't have any effort. He was like. It looked like a normal 5-yard out to everybody else. It's all pew, hits this dude like 50 yards in stride. I'm like, damn, they just don't make quarterbacks like that. They used to. So especially in Denver, we get a damn carousel with the horses on it. So
I mean it's rare to see guys with that arm strength.
Yeah, it was just amazing. I was like, because I hadn't seen it in so long, and it was just like, man, I miss that kind of stuff. Yeah. But. Oh well, it is what it is. So
no, we're on the new
and improved.
Yeah,
no. Most of it's garbage, trash.
Yeah, it's garbage.
That's on there. So, all right, thanks everybody for tuning in. And I was gonna say also probably visit our sister station with your kids on Tuned In Sports.
Tuned In Sports.
And you'll see us on there tuned up.
Exactly.
As well.
Yeah.
And then also the clip joint with Bennett as well. So good stuff to follow us if you like to laugh with us or laugh for us or at us, whatever you want to laugh. Just laugh. That's all we need is just laughter.
Yeah. We'll supply the tears because we're crying.
Yeah, exactly.
You can have some laughs.
Yeah. Just enjoy it. Yeah. So again, thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you very soon.
Yeah, catch you in the next video.
Bye.